and welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about my guy and his FreeForm locks. So my friend here has had his FreeForm locks for 2.5 years, and he wanted to go ahead and tame his locks. So that's what we're going to do today. First, I'm going to start off by wetting his hair, and I'm going to put a little bit of leave-in conditioner just to make it a little bit easier to pull his locks apart. And when I say pull his locks apart, I mean literally elbow grease. We're going to pull his locks apart. Now, it's not going to hurt him as much as you think. It wasn't that bad. The first flinch really tough. There you go. That we felt that one. But that's as bad as it gets. Just a little ouch. So my pulling process is fairly easy. I'm just going to go through the locks, and I'm going to grab the lock where it's independent at the ends, and I'm just going to pull down. I'm going to pull down and out so I'm not putting too much tension on his scalp. And when I get to one of these big locks, what I'm doing is I'm going to grab the lock where it's independent, but I'm going to feel throughout the matted part of the lock to see where it's weakest. And then I'm going to pull, or I'm going to just pluck at it where it's weakest, and then come back to the top where it's independent and then pull down and out. When I get to the point where I can't pull anymore, that's where, after I'm finished with his shampoo and I grab my comb, that's when I'm going to be detailed about parting those areas. So right now, I'm just pulling them apart so when I do his shampoo, I can clean his hair and scalp really well. He did say he was tender-headed. Even still, for being tender-headed, he didn't flinch or jump nearly as much as I thought he would. So once I pull the locks apart, the excess hair that's in the middle that's kind of like stuck between the locks, I'm being sure to pull that hair from the direction of the lock and not from the direction of the scalp. And I'm going to let this video play. Well, I'm going to let this part play in real time so that you can see what I mean. Now that his hair is shampooed, I'm just going to go in and make sure there are no more locks that need to be pulled apart dramatically. I do want to note that even though his hair has been freeformed for 2.5 years, his hair and scalp were phenomenally clean. So now I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize his hair as normal. I'm just going to use some repairing oils and some moisturizing oils and creams. Alright, and now we're just going to go ahead and start the retwisting process just as normal. Now, the retwisting process is as normal as anybody else's. The only difference here is once I do his retwist at the root, I'm going to grab my double-headed 0.5 millimeter crochet needle, and I'm going to tuck in that excess hair that just got ripped apart, because that's what I was ripping apart. I wasn't ripping anything at his scalp. Everything that's attached to his scalp, I got it with the comb. I did not pull on his scalp just about at all. I mean, of course he could feel it, but I wasn't tugging at his scalp when I was pulling his locks apart. So now with the comb, I'm getting in there and I'm separating them from the scalp. And then I'm taking my 0.5 millimeter crochet needle and I am tucking in that excess hair so he doesn't have lots of fluff and flyaways and frizz, all the F's. So I'm just noticing that I have on my school hoodie, and if you are in the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area and you're interested in doing hair, barbering, any esthetician work, come to Bennett. Come to Bennett Career Institute. The number is 202-526-1400. All right, so this situation right here, this is 3 locks in one. So like I said before, with these really big ones, I grab them independently at the bottom, of course, and pull. But this is a really big one. So what I did first to get that first one out was I found out where it was the most weak at the base of that massive lock. And now, since this one has like 4 heads on it and they're all going in different directions, I'm really going to focus on where it's the most weak at the base of that lock, more towards where it's matted together at, and not so much at the root or at the top. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm feeling for a weak spot. And I found one at the top, so now I just have to match it up to a place towards the middle so I can finesse it and start tugging at it. And there it is, opening right on up. Beautiful. Oh, that was so satisfying. And all I did right then was clean up his part. Don't let the weakness in the middle of that lock fool you. All we're gonna do is take our crochet needle and tighten it up. It's very easy to fix. It is very easy to fix. Just the same way we did our lock extensions is the way we go through this lock with his natural hair and tighten it. It is the exact same way. If you need a refresher, go ahead to my channel and find the lock install video, the wrap method, and it explains in detail of how we tighten our locks. There you have it. 2.5 years of freeform locks now tamed. I had the best time doing his hair. Anybody that knows me knows that I really like matted locks and bringing them back to life. So for me doing his hair, I felt like a kid in a candy store. We were both so happy with how it came out. I mean, look at this. This was fantastic.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my mom's channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!